Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Okay, ready?
In motion, the tight end. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Second down, another run with Taylor. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And out of the air, Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Play action here with Dalton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Passing, it's Dalton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Third and long. What will Dalton dial out?
This one completes Alec Pierce, finding space at the 40.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 368.
Running left, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play fake. Here's Dalton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Will Lutz will kick off for number 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Hold it ready. Trap 50, trap 50.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run here with Taylor. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Taylor will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They'll try and run. Taylor.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jonathan Taylor.
Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Will Lutz will kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Here's Cook again.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Kevin King with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That one a first down pickup of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So first and 10 now from the 30.
They go play action with Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
A give for Taylor running right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Room here to run. And he'll be out right at the 35.
92 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Elliott Good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Taylor.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And some room to maneuver. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 37-yard line.
163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. Smith catches left side. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. It's complete to Cook.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On first down, Hurts.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Jonathan Taylor.
A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
41. Eagles 14. Will Lutz will kick it off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds.
It's another one. We got another